Alright, part 2. This is the first of my old world tarantulas. It's a Ceratogyrus brachycephalus, the greater horned baboon. I love the olive green color and the orange highlights with the hairs and the protrusion of the carapace. This particular tarantula has given me a threat posture before, so I do not handle this one because the venom is very potent and they're very quick. So there's that one. Most of the time she likes to stay in her cave way down there, but sometimes she'll venture out and hang out amongst this fake foliage here. And there's her water dish. So she's behaving right now, but that's because you're watching. But there's that one. She's got a very fat abdomen. And she's a very good eater. She loves superworms. I think she loves those more than the crickets. Alright, there's that one. We'll put her top on before she decides to run out of the enclosure. Now this next one is actually my favorite tarantula in my collection. Probably one of the most popular in the hobby. Chromatopelma cyaneopubescens. Green bottle blue. Oh yeah. I tell you, this lighting doesn't do this tarantula justice. This is definitely my favorite. This one's going on 2 inches. But as I've said in many of my other videos, if you've seen them, is the reason why I like this tarantula the best is because they are very beautiful. I mean, blue legs, green carapace, and orange abdomen. You can't get much prettier than that. They eat well, and all tarantula enthusiasts love to watch their spiders eat. Also, they do a lot of webbing, which is very interesting to watch. And they're actually quite affordable too. For such a beautiful tarantula as this, they are actually quite affordable. But there she is. Well, actually it may be a he, but I won't know for sure until I see the next molt. Chromatopelma cyaneopubescens, green bottle blue. And I just recently moved he or she in this enclosure. I just have some wood there for it to climb on, because this is definitely a display tarantula. Definitely likes to stay up pretty high, and a little water dish with pebbles in it. So I think he or she's very happy, and it's a new enclosure, and eats very well, like they all do. Now there's that one, my favorite. So let me poke her legs back in there so I don't close the lid on them. And yes, she is skittish, so I don't recommend handling these. Alrighty. This next tarantula is probably the most well known in the hobby. Quite affordable because they're easy to acquire them. And a lot of people think this tarantula is perfect for beginners. Well, I've heard people say they are, and some say they're not. I say that they are not. Grammostola, rosea, Chilean rose, because they have a tendency to go through mood swings. And this one is no exception. Some days she will give me a threat posture. Another day she will very willingly crawl all over my hand and my arm. So it really just depends on the day. She does stay out a lot, but you know, when she feels like it, she goes in her cave. But here lately she's been staying out of her cave. There's a nice water dish there. But this was my first tarantula. And at that time I thought that they were great beginners tarantulas until I heard that actually they're not. But so far this one's been real good. And like most Grammostola roseas, she does not eat a lot. She'll go through spells where she eats, and then she'll go through spells where she fasts. So, you know, that gets a little annoying, but I was expecting it, so no biggie. There's that one. Now my next one is another new one in my collection. It's my second Old World tarantula that I will feature in this video. Heteroscodra maculata, the Togo starburst baboon. I'm sorry, it's not focusing very well. Well, there's not much to look at anyway. When they're this young, they're just kind of blah looking. You know, it's just kind of gray. But it is an arboreal, Old World, fast as lightning, already at this age. They are definitely not for beginners because just like with my other Old World, they are very fast, and they also have potent venom. So if it is a female, it's going to grow up to be a very beautiful, vibrant white with black markings on it. If it's a male, it'll be darker in color, but still beautiful with the patterns. But right now, this is what we have. And as you can see, just as it being a sling, it's very skittish. So right now, because it's this small, it's a ½ inch. There's not a whole lot to do with this enclosure. I'm just living in a little deli cup. And I do see that this one did eat the cricket, so that makes me very happy. Very good. Alright, there's that one. And I'm going to put the lid on before it decides to run away. And try to put the lid on without cutting its legs off. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now we're going to get what will be my largest tarantula after they're all full grown. This is the Lasiodora parahybana, salmon pink bird eater. And this one's about an inch sling, and after it's all said and done, this tarantula will probably grow up to be about 10 inches. So this will be my largest tarantula. Right now, just a little baby. Another very good eater. These tarantulas aren't much to look at, but their size definitely makes up for that. Very impressive. And they are skittish, so again, not recommended handling them. And there's that one. Whoa! There, get back in there. Come on. There you go. Okay. Alrighty. Now we're going to start with the Nhandus. Nhandu carapoensis, the Brazilian red. Again, this tarantula is not much to look at. And it won't really be much to look at when it gets a little older. I mean, it'll have pink hairs highlighting its body, but it'll be kind of a drab color other than that. But they're really cool, nevertheless. I mean, I love Nhandus. They are skittish. They are really cool, though. Cool pets to have. But it's just a ½ inch sling right now. This one likes to make kind of a little circular design to its enclosure. There's that. Alright, this is the end of part 2.